What's up, guys? Back with a new banger, and today we are going to talk about the most important thing. I say it every time, but this is like truly important. Mid-game fundamentals. Most important thing ever, mid-game fundamentals. Why the fuck do you lose games? Because you can actually analyze your own games after I show you, but there are three categories. Basically, potentially game losing plays. Very important, potentially. You always want to like think about the worst case. And this is just some random example that actually happened in the example video. Let's say your team has 5v5 mid lane. You go there, you 1v9 the fight, you end up in a 2v2, and the enemy top and support versus your top and you as a jungler end up after the fight. Your top laner can just match them and take the closest wave, and you could, let's just say that's the case, take 3 camps, take 2 side waves, and take a tier 2 tower. What's bad? I see so many goddamn people, they are greedy as fuck, go for 1 or 2 more kills after the fight, and instead of just going to the side lane, identifying, well, we got the numbers, maybe you play a champ like Talon, Nidalee, very fucking mobile, you can just maybe take a side lane wave and get a tier 2 tower. And I will show you in the example video. Next category, just bad plays. What is a just bad play? Basically, a bad as fuck play, but not really game losing or game changing. Your team kills 4 people, you might die stupid as fuck for 1, but your team still gets Baron, they still get towers, doesn't change much, that sequence. Maybe you could have done 3 of the enemy junglers camps if you didn't die, but nothing crazy game changing. And the third category, basically game winning plays, breaking out of the lull state that happens a lot of times. This is very specific, but kind of gets the point across. Let's say in-game time is 13 minutes. Your top is 0-4, losing. Your mid is maybe even, slightly winning. You are winning as a jungler, and the bot is even. Game winner, getting a kill on mid in the mid game, and then using the numbers advantage to transition into a topside dive with your bot lane after shoving in mid wave. Killing now the enemy top, who has a most likely shutdown, getting the waves, getting the shutdown, and what is the result? Most likely you even get the jungle camps now, because you have a numbers advantage. You dove the enemy top, you get plates, you get waves, you deny all of that as well. Maybe even an objective. Enemies, maybe enemy bot is on the bot tower, gets tier 1. Overall, 2 to 4k gold value, breaking out of that, game winning. So this is like the contrary to the first one. I have examples for all of that in that one game I played in Master Elo. Most importantly, so many people don't value mid game. If you don't know anything, watch my last video. And now we're gonna go into the VOD of the game. So starting with the VOD, this is gonna be like split into the early game and most importantly mid game. If you do not care about the early game, just skip ahead, timestamp is below. This is quite important for the early game. This happens on every goddamn jungle, especially Talon with Ignite. If you do not cover your Raptors, this happens every time. I don't know why I don't cover it anymore. This happened to me way too many times. Anyways, for the early game, and I will actually show you a sequence of how Bo, the Vitality jungler from 1 year in the past, used the same exact pattern. He died early game, identified well. Instead of going bot side, can he contest this camp here, right, with his mid laner? I identified, yes, I'm Talon. Most likely, if she did my red buff, she used Smite. So I am able to take this now. The important thing comes after all of this though. Make sure to get level 2. The enemies now, they most likely don't have vision right here. Nidalee most likely used vision on my raptor bush, so she lost vision. And right here, look how I'm patiently waiting for her to go to her blue buff. This is so important. So even though this video is about the mid game, if you take anything away from the early game, this is not coin flip random. She actually does a great play. Goes to wolves. Do you see how I dodged the vision here? All of this enabled me to get a kill on her and actually get that lead back that she gained. And now I actually have the upper hand. Is this coin flip? You could say it is. But the way I play it here, if I now stay for a blue buff with Silas disappearing, okay? We literally saw Silas over here. And I know he needs a base. He doesn't want to do this. But if I stay here, and we will see Nidalee soon coming out of base here, I am dead. Okay? So there is so much subtlety in all of this. I knew there's most likely the ward over here because junglers don't place it here if, they invade you here. And I use it to my advantage to swing around the vision, go here, patiently waiting, even here dodging vision on the wolf camp and then killing her. And now base instant. Silas is moving, okay? There is like already 5 really complex fundamentals here, or I shouldn't even call them fundamentals. But for anyone who is concerned with this stuff, this is not cheesing, this is not coin flip. I hate those terms, they do not exist when it is methodical. Anyways, after all of this, we see nearly topside. Again, guys, if you want to watch the mid game, skip ahead. This is still very important. I actually will show you guys some very bad plays I did in this game. Regardless though, we still stomped the game. Right here, nearly topside, what do? Instantly, we got vision. We have the complete confirmation where she is. Please take at least one camp. Since I am Talon, I would do the same shit on Graves or any other champ, honestly. Take the Raptors, and now do not take the buff. I don't care what anyone says. If anyone tells you different, it's complete bullshit. You do not want to take the buff. Why? Buffs are way tankier, and actually, if you are a mobile champ like Graves, Talon, honestly, even just champs who are quick like Hector me, right? And you don't show on the wave here. You don't want to take the buff because it's tankier, first of all, takes way longer, and Nidalee most likely won't instantly check. She would assume you did her Raptors and then went into your bot side or top side jungle, right? If you take the Raptors and the red is up, that's what she assumes. So while she's taking red, you can just freely take her Crux, and most likely, even if she knows you are on Crux, if her Raptors are gone and her red is still up, you can just pull that camp so far over here that she won't even get it in time, okay? This is very important. Do not do the red buff here. If I did red buff, we can see Nidalee now moving. I would never get red buff. It's way too tanky. It's so easy to just throw a spear in there and then flip the smite battle. So this is like actually pretty important in there. Like all of this is calculated. This over here though, I don't mind it. Should just go to crab. I don't know what the fuck I did here. I think I played it cocky because I'm talent, but I missed my jump. And this goes kind of back to what I told you earlier. This is a potential game losing play. Why? Nidalee now might get crab, might get one of my camps at least on the bot side, and well, I just gave the ADC a free red buff and the kill. If you give the enemy's ADC a kill as a jungler, it is the worst thing ever. Maybe just as bad as giving the enemy jungler a kill in your camps. So this is really bad play. This is really bad. Regardless though, how did we stomp this game? Because we did, and it was not an easy game. Here, straight went to blue. Nidalee was on here, just making sure she doesn't get everything. Right here, went for mid play. This is very detailed. This is all ganking theory. Why did I go for this? Well, he's pushed up. I got ignite. Importantly though, make sure to get this camp. Why do I opt for this? Well, I have smite, right? I'm telling I can smite it away. Don't be afraid when you shouldn't. Overall though, why do I do my Crux here? Well, again, same concept. If I do red buff, if it was actually here, she actually took it, never mind. If I took my red buff here, if it was alive, she could just invade me because there is so much time that passes by the time I do it. My support can't babysit me all the time. So please, if your red buff was up here, just do the Crux first, and it's way easier to contest someone who starts your buff than getting contested on your buff. Regardless though here, insta base, go bot side. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. There's nothing to do on the side of the map. Just base, go to your respawning camps. After all of this, what should we do? I'm gonna be honest, guys, I don't fucking know. It's really dependent on what happens mid, bot lane, or on her jungle camps, and if I have priority and if I know where she is. So right here, I don't really have a game plan. So I have to scout. There was not really a gank on bot side, but I know one thing. I know her camp respawn timers. If I do her Raptors here, even if she's not here yet, she will be soon. Okay, or she should be, because well, that's where I am. She knows I will be bot side, and so will she, right? So right here, if there is no gank available, do not take her Raptors, take the Crux, okay? Why? Mid has no prio, so the invade makes no sense. But again, the Crux, especially on Talon, this is so much easier to take. She most likely checks the Raptors as she should. So, and I can just pull this again. This is not coin flip, guys. You don't need prio for invades all the time, okay? Obviously, since I am Talon, and this might have been risky, it really isn't on Talon if you know how to use your E. But basically, this is how I really compensated the early game by a lot. So right here, my team ends up making the weirdest plays ever, gets completely dominated. The enemies have 9 kills, we have 2, and I'm the only one with kills right now. So this is like a great showcase how you can win those games even in Masters Elo. And it's no coincidence that challenger players like win frequently in this Elo all the time. It's really not that difficult if you understand all of this. So right here, why do I not greed for my Gromp? Well, he's invading me, right? Can't die here. Do not die here. After this, what is my game plan? Basically, go topside. But I know one thing: the enemy bot here. This is really important body language. The enemy bot got 2 kills here. Karma opted to stay. And what happens on the minimap? Do you see how Karma is going back to the Drake? I don't think we saw it like completely clearly, but overall, please check Drake here. There's a reason why Karma was staying. Nidalee has to be on Drake here. If she isn't, fine, go straight to the top side. This is something you have to punish. If the enemy jungler has 10 winning lanes, basically, and does shit like this, you have to identify it, because this is what I told you beforehand. This is a this is a game winning move. This changes the entire game. This is a Drake and a free kill, which means even if I do not have an invade angle on her, which I don't, because her bot side camps are not up, I now am getting passively ahead by just clearing my own camps. By the time I clear my camps, she hasn't. Which means by the time she clears the same amount of camps, I just clear my bot side camps, and then I have an invade angle on her bot side most likely. I have a tempo advantage. That's really what tempo is. Just having more and better usage of time than the enemy jungler. And it is created by plays like these. Is it a mistake by her? Yes, it is. But that's what League is. If you think you have to play the jungle perfectly and the enemy jungle shouldn't make mistakes, you're wrong. Everyone makes mistakes. If she wouldn't, well, she would be rank 1. So right here, this is how we came back. I tell you, like, if I greeted on the Gromp, I might have died to Silas in Italy, right? Might have happened. So all of this is like connected. Here, insta base, I got my item, wanna fight her on top side. Don't go for a weird bot dive, whatever, even if Karma wasn't there. Just match Nidalee top side. Think about objectives, think about camps and where the enemy jungle will be. And in this case, I even had a great base timer. So after all of this happens here, I go straight to my red buff. Why do I do red first? Well, I don't want to give the crops away for free. And if I did, even then, I would still do red buff first, because it just allows you to be strong as fuck. So do red first, then if there's some downtime, do crocs. Here, this is the most important mid-game play. It's pretty early into the game, but I would consider this kind of the start of the mid-game, where like supports start moving and the map becomes more dynamic, and some people are ahead, some are not. Here, Karma is topside. She is on crops, which tells me the numbers. Numbers so important. The only thing you need in the mid game to make decisions. Karma is top. That is 1. Set helping her. That is 2. Nidalee, well, if they're doing grubs, she's here as well. Silas mid, that's 4. And now we got a lonely ADC on the bot side. Same thing I told you in the last video. If you identify a disbalance on the map and you cannot match it because it's stupid and they outnumber you, you want to think about this. This and the camps, and potentially even sandwiching the mid lane with your support. This is gone. Take this. If you can take the mid lane, take the jungler. If there's something bad on bots like a dive, take the dive. That is all there is, okay? In some games, you might even take the mid wave if your mid laner dies, and then you do all of the other stuff I talked about. But here, do not match it if you can't. I'm sorry, we actually matched it. Why? Well, I have an Annie here with R. I have a Shen R, okay? On objectives, this is very important to understand, because you want to match it if you can, right? Like, trading here wouldn't be bad, but you should never trade if you can match it. So why can we match it, even though Karma is here? Well, I have an Annie here, and she's basically giving up mid lane to fight here with R. And the most important thing on objectives, if you are even, like a 3v3 here, it is ours, it is items, it is overall with items, your levels, your lead, okay? So level, basically your lead. So right here, what do we have? 3v3, even. In terms of numbers, In terms of items, I'm pretty ahead of Nidalee. I think I'm even a level up. Karma, not even level 6 yet. She's squishy as fuck. We have Shen R. We have any R. Okay? Any R ensures that we can burst them. Even the HP here is promising. We for sure get a kill here. And then we could use that numbers advantage for something great on mid lane, on bot side, you know what. Especially since my Janna, well, she's gonna be able to move right. So here, do not contest this, but think about the R's. I have Shen R, I have any R, great R's, just like Cannon R. All of that stuff. Nidalee doesn't have R, right? I'm stronger than her as well. I have an item lead. I have red buff. Best case, I would have my R here as well. But overall, this might look like a 4v3 since they have Silas here, but he's not here yet, and I have a Shen who can literally just R on my face. So that's what I do here. Nidalee actually didn't end up being here instantly. I guess she was doing camps, so here she is. But even if she was, I would do the same shit, same result. So yeah, I told you, don't match this, but if you can, excuse me, I forgot this is like an old replay, please match it. Don't give up stuff for free. This is how you use my lead. It's 9 kills for the enemies and 4 for my team, and I'm the only one with those kills. So in those games, don't cry about your teammates being bad, use your teammates here, okay? So let's look at this. Most important thing here, if you end up dying after crops, you just lost your entire lead. Please do not die here, okay? Any 0 mana, I see so many junglers who would have fought this, and at most, at best, to be honest, very risky and completely dumb, honestly. They go for maybe a 1-for-1. What happens then? Nidalee passively gets camps while I'm dead, getting ahead just from her own camps, and getting back that lead that I acquired on her Drake play. And potentially even, plays on my bot lane for my camps. I can't do shit. Whatever happens, happens. As soon as you die, it's like the captain of the ship. As soon as the captain is dead, there is no fucking captain. And you're the captain of the jungle, right? So here, please do not die here. I see so many people who would have died for the Chen going in. Can't change it. The only thing I can change though is how I react, and I didn't die. As we can see, Nidalee was topside showing, but I'm not dead, so now she can't take my raptors, okay? Most importantly though, even if she did, I can now clear my camps here, okay? So many people don't value clearing their own camps in terms of dying. Sure, you give away gold, you give away XP, you give away pressure on the map, but you give away the ability to even generate gold for yourself, even if the enemy jungle doesn't take your camps, okay? This is why it's so important to not die, especially if you have a lead, so you can keep up that lead. So let's skip ahead here. Very important, you see my bot lane basing, which means no play right now most likely unless the karma is hardcore ending. What do? Insta base, my bot base, let's just kind of synchronize the base with them and try to look for plays. Where do I go now? I am instantly looking out of base. This is quite important. If a bot lane bases, the support has some downtime if the wave is decent and not completely frozen to look for a play on mid lane. Maybe even going straight topside. You really wanna think about, sure, where's the enemy jungler? Use your pinks if you have to, this looks volatile, but overall, where's your support? Use a numbers advantage, and if I saw an angle on mid lane here, I am going for that. I'm not sure what I did here, but if Silas was over here, I would for sure look for a play on him, okay? Because Karma is about use that man advantage. So let's see what I did here. Because I was instantly looking mid. I don't believe there was a play. In that case, I went topside. Why? No play mid, no play bot side. My camps are respawning topside. Now, I see also crab. Please prioritize crabs. Fight for them. They are a camp just like any other. And Nidalee actually identifies, well, crab is important. I identified I have any moving. We are strong as fuck. Let's use our strong members. That's me right now with 5 kills, the only kills in the team. And Annie, she has great damage even though she's not ahead. Don't play around top side here. Don't play around the bot side 2v3 unless it's really guaranteed for whatever reason. Play just like a human being for your camps and adapt to stuff like this, okay? Looks very easy. This is not the hardest play ever. But all of this is building on top of me actually winning this game. And I think I got like 30 kills. And like these people are like not challengers, but top 1%, it's not that hard. Here, now, what do? We got that kill, identified where we should be, get a kill, but most importantly, get her camps. And now I can even do more shit. Nidalee cannot do anything. I do not have camps up. So here, what did I do? instantly go for topside play. As soon as he flashes, I don't care, get out of there. Do your camps, do the crab, do your crocs, right? So that's what I did here. Since he went back in, I was kind of looking for some stuff. This is fine. Now what do we see? Nidalee has no topside camps. I killed her here, took one camp, she's going bot side. That's where she should be. My Annie has prior, has has prior, because, well, we killed Silas as well, right? So I identified well. I just poked a set, I got his flash. I am not for sure going for a play on top side, but I know if I do crap and the Annie still has a good move here, we should use that lead we just got, and Nidalee being bot side, and there's no Drake up, no camps up, just ping a bot lane. It's a Caitlyn Karma, it's a Caitlyn Janna, they are fine. Just make a play topside now. Nidalee has no incentive to go topside because, well, if I don't go topside, she shouldn't, right? And she doesn't know. So here, got my Annie moving. We look for a play here. And yeah, I was like, well, Zed is not here. Where is he? He's topside. Get that kill. I could have still done this play after the crab, but I was like kind of, I would say opportunistic. Worked out great. What does Nidalee do? Great play, looks for bot side play. Nothing I can change about that. In that case, my Shen actually used TP instead of R. I don't know how retarded you have to be to use your TP instead of R on Shen, because you should always use your R and then TP back, and it also gives a shield. So actually my bot lane ended up dying here because Shen used TP. This would have been a game-winning play if you just used R and they survive, at least one. That's what it is. Identify the play, Nidalee, great play by her. More or less, you should know that there is a Shen, right? And right here, let's talk about this. I actually end up dying for this kill, and I didn't mind. This is a kill that might seem pointless. This kill is way better for me as a jungler though. Why? We just killed Zed. Bot lane just died. Okay, enemy bot. I think that the cover that I'm not sure. Overall, what happens here now with this death? Jungle wise, I don't lose anything really. My blue is not up, my Gromp is not up. Nidalee is not even there anymore because I believe she was like 1 HP and then running away. So right now I don't lose Drake because, well, Silas is dead, so there's no numbers advantage for them. So even though I as a jungler am dead right here, she can't use that advantage because, well, I just killed Silas, right? But what happens now? My camps were not up anyways. I have a bunch of gold, so I would have based sooner or later anyways. And the important thing, because this is like not great for me, but my Annie is now getting the hugest lead ever. Even though Silas killed me, it's a net positive, actually a huge positive. Silas is gonna lose 2 waves. He's gonna lose a plating at least. And the enemies won't get anything, and I got the kill. So even if Nidalee gets like 3 of her own camps, well, I got like 300 gold as well, right? So we go even in the jungler, but we just generated a huge lead on mid lane. Silas no TP, 30 seconds already death timer. This kill, I was not too sure if this was good, but looking at it in the replay, I believe I know why I did it. And actually my Shen also had R, I think that's why I also went for it. But this is a really good 1-for-1. I don't care what anyone says. It might be risky, he gets gold, sure. Don't do it with a 1k shutdown, that's not worth. But right here, this is a good play. This is not even one of those bad plays, which is not game changing. This is actually a good play. As long as my Annie doesn't die, yes, this is completely dumb. It actually was kind of close. She gets away. So I'm not gonna blame her. Overall though, this was a really good play. And yeah, again, like I'm telling, I want to get kills right. And I didn't lose anything for it, so it's a net positive for me. Can always do my camps later on. Here, what do? Well, Annie just died. I identified, well, I should really just go mid lane after this to not give up everything. So please don't look for top lane play. Don't even go for red buff. Instantly go mid lane here. Instantly mid. This was quite unlucky. So my only job here is to pick up the wave because, well, it's like 4 minutes, right? And there's not much I can do anyways. Mechanically, this was most likely awful. I'm gonna be honest. He gets the Chen R. He barely survives. I'm gonna be honest, kind of unlucky, more or less. Here even has flash. Anyways, go mid lane, pick up the wave, great. Here, I immediately went for her camps in case they were up. I wasn't too sure, to be honest. They weren't up. And here, very important, my Caitlyn is in base. It's at most a 3v3 on the bot side here, because Silas is quite low. So don't do Drake, just do your camps, and then see what happens as soon as your teammates and the enemies come out of base. Always gotta adapt. Here, instead of doing Drake, I just identify, well, can't do Drake, we have vision on it, fine. Just go topside, and look for the next play. Already pinging on my way to Herald because I know we have the Janna move and Karma is bot. So what do? Go for a play on topside. And this play, I know that we might give up Drake for this. And there's like two things that are important on this. The first one, that you cannot change this one. My teammates initiated this play. Even if it was a bad play and we lose more on the bot side in terms of objectives and maybe even a bot tower, I cannot change the fact that my team uses two resources on top side, Janna and Annie, and they just happen to give up something on the other side. This is maybe slightly specific, but overall, I just gotta make sure this works out now. Because even if it's bad, you as a team should go for a bad play instead of like two people commit for a bad play and one person does nothing. Might as well get something. Here, we get the kill, we get the Herald, I get even his topside camps, and here I identified, well, this is not the greatest play. We just gave up 2 towers and lost Drake. And Nidalee even gets my blue buff here. So this was not really that good. But how do we make this a good play now? Enemies got something, we made a play, they made a play. They got more. What should I do now? Immediately get all I can on the top side, no reason to base, I have a lot of gold, but enemies are in the base right now. So here, my plan with Annie was to just send Janna bot side, she can defend the tower, they will never get a tier 2 on their own, like this quick in the game. And just don't base, keep up that sequence so you can make up for what they got, right? They have no play right now. But we actually do, because, well, they are still bot side for nothing, they're not getting this tower. So here, what are we doing? This was kind of opportunistic, but look instantly. I was looking permanently where is set. I want to dive this guy now. Because the enemies are in base, let's just use the time, the numbers advantage, where they don't get anything, to get more out of the play that we initiated beforehand. So this is like really, this now turns into actually quite a game-winning play. Best case, we even get a tier 2 here. That would have been really game-winning. Here though, my top lane was hard losing. And we literally just killed him now 2 times, the enemy top who was winning, got his tower, got waves, deny waves. This set just lost his entire lead here. And in the process, I even got fed myself, right? And I even got more camps than Nidalee ever got from me. I think she only got my blue at most, if at all. I don't even think she did because she didn't know if I based. So this is so important. Mid game wasn't the greatest play, but I made sure that a bad play develops into a way better play afterwards. Because the enemy's base afterwards, there was no pressure on mid anymore, no pressure on bot. My Janna defended bot side. Just get everything and then get more if you have the numbers and time for it. Okay, I think this is most likely one of the best plays. A lot of people would have like not went for that play because, well, they didn't know. A lot of people are stuck in the same habit of I make a play, they make a play. No, bullshit. Sometimes you can make 2 plays in a time where the enemies make 1 single play. And especially in that scenario, you should do that if you already are in net positive, negative. So right here, coming out of base, just clear my camps, making sure they don't get my raptors here. Nidalee actually went for this. And this is another one of those mistakes. I can tell you exactly why all of this happened. So if I go like out of base here, what just happened? Nidalee and the entire enemy team besides the top laner played for the bot side and the mid lane. Mid lane tower, bot side tower, my camps. So right now I know, by the time I'm basing, she's also running out of base. I was checking my raptors permanently because we have a ward here. Because if I go here and she's not on my camps right now, which most likely she isn't, she has taken them in base, she has an option to play for this. Because, well, she didn't take my camps, but I did, because I made a better play than her, right? And identifying that play. So now what will she do? Well, if she goes here and she knows, shit, I didn't take his bot side, let me just go into his top side. And I even have vision here. And I see the enemy support is on top side. So most likely, this is not a given fact, but Nidalee should be top side using that advantage, or she could use it, right? So here, we even see Nidalee on the mid lane instantly. As soon, even if I wouldn't see her, go to my Raptors ASAP, ping that. We see her, ping that. But it's all a consequence of putting her into a position of, well, where she kind of has to think about this at least and getting kind of tempted because, well, she wants to make up for what I did, right? And this is how I am able to kind of win the game here, I believe, because I basically baited the enemy jungle into all of this. This is like not planned, but that's just what happens. If you are ever able, especially in the mid game, to create a snowball like this, the enemies will get desperate. Because, well, it is a losing game state. I'm already 2 levels up on Nidalee, way more gold than her, played the game way better than her anyways, but this is the biggest play ever. This kill right here, especially in the mid game, all of this is a consequence of what I did like 2 minutes before all of that. And this is where we kill the enemies, and this is where we basically won the game. Did they get a Drake? Yes. Do I care? No, because they basically lost the game here by what I did afterwards. Here, immediately, thinking about what do I do here to punish the enemies. We killed 3 of them. I have people mid lane. They don't need me. Caitlyn can just do the tower on her own. We even have Annie hovering mid. So what do I do? This is so important. Go topside wave. No one is topside. My Shen is spacing. What else can I do? There are no camps. Just take the top side here. Especially if it's pushing out, because that means that you are losing minions and the enemies will get them. So here, just get like 2 waves here. Get 2 waves. You want to get as much as you can. If there's no camps, do the wave. Here, insta base, I see my team is still fighting. And I kind of recognize, this is quite important. My team is on the map. If I base right now, the base means nothing. Because what does the base mean? Well, I could do my camps and get my items, sure. But I have no camps up right now. My team is still on the map. So if I base right now, I will roughly be on the map when my team is in base. Which means, well, I can basically AFK. So just get one more wave here. Silas is dead. Set is dead. At most, there's a Nidalee here. And I don't care, right? I'm way stronger. So get this wave as well, right? All of this matters. This is all a bunch of gold. And this is how you keep the snowball rolling. You just gotta get everything. Here, I was even thinking about taking a Raptors, right? Because Karma was posturing like this. And this is a really bad play. I was pinging for my channel to kill a Silas. And I kind of got hardcore baited by my team here. I'm gonna be honest though, I baited myself. Trying to go for some crazy play over here. I should have, if I used the wall differently, like this, I could have escaped most likely. So this was a bad play. The key takeaway though is, I should really just acknowledge here, the reason why I stayed for the wave was because, well, my team, after a big fight, was still on the map, not using the gold they acquired, right? So right here, I should just acknowledge, if they fight, sure, if I can get something, yes. But at this point, I should honestly, it's kind of difficult. I would say go to her wolves and ambush her and kill her, because there's no way there's vision here. Unless they have vision, I don't know, actually. I didn't have sweeper. Or just insta base, ping my team back, and then play the game. This is actually one of those potentially game losing plays. Is it game losing? Kind of is. I think I didn't have a shutdown at this point because my team was losing. But it's still a long death timer. And actually now my teammates end up dying, I believe, maybe. So this is basically, I'm gonna be honest, this is a consequence of me extending that fight. My teammates ended up staying a little bit longer. I should have just pinged them back. This was a horrific play. This is actually a really bad play here. So this is how you identify bad plays. Like, there's a lot of concepts go into this, but basically, I even typed, like, can I int for once and not, like, everyone doesn't just run it down as soon as I die. Whatever. Kind of a bad play. Didn't lose the game, though. The important thing is now, what do we do after this? Atakan is spawning. So, Caitlyn is dead. So this is another bad thing that happened just because of me chasing that kill. So here I identified, might as well get something on the bot side if there is something. Nothing up. Sure, I guess play for topside. But I really, like, it's not like I'm playing for topside here. I was really just going to Raptors, because I'm telling I'm very mobile, to just go back to Atakan if I can. Since my channel literally died here, what is my option? Give the Atakan. I cannot do anything about this. Like, what am I supposed to do? Now there's a set. There is no way we are winning a 4v5 against the enemy team comp here with our support and chance to support that. Okay, so here all I tried to do was really just get a play while they do an objective. This is why insta art, so he cannot even survive any longer for the karma to come. And instantly look, they get Atakan, they get Drake, fine. Let me just get her bot side and her top side now. Okay, so this is what I did here. Here I went for an ambush. I guess she had vision, so didn't work out. Fine, but this is great. I'm wasting time. She's not doing Drake right now. What do? Instantly walk into her top side. I don't care about tower shots. No one is here. Instantly go to her top side. Take as much as I can. Okay. Is there anything? I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, actually blue is here. I think even the Grom should be up. Actually, it's not. Kind of sucks. Fine. Get as much as you can. Do not die on Artican for nothing. You give away gold and you give away your opportunity to get all of this. This is not much, but it's something, okay? You gotta neutralize as much as you can. After that point, kind of a weird game state. I don't really have anything up, and we can't really make a play. I can also not invade her now, well, because my team is basing, right? So just do your camps now. Your teammates are basing. The sequence is over. Now, go for my bot side camps. Just identify stuff. We have a Shannon. We have a Shen, so, well, he can use R if something happens. Here, instantly ping bot side tower. Why? Well, this is kind of important. There is not a great base timer for me right now. I know I have like 1.5k gold, but what do I really get from that? A Dirk and maybe Longsword? Not bad, but my team is now on the map and I have 11 kills. I don't really need that item, and I way rather just play as a team here with the mid lane and the bot lane, being mid and bot, and just get stuff and apply pressure, okay? Pinging instantly for tier 2 tower. This is important though. The enemies actually show us, hey guys, we are using our resources topside. So Annie could actually stay here and trade this tower. The great thing about this is though, enemy bot is here and we are all coming from behind. If they have vision, I guess they could just hover going to topside and then they get tower and we don't get a tower here. But I already saw my teammates posturing for this. Annie's still bot side, and I was just trying to ambush them from behind here. This is actually a great play by my Caitlyn coming from behind. My China just runs it down like a retard again, whatever. This is game winning, okay? This is kind of the same like with objectives. Do not trade towers if you have the ability to make a play. And it's kind of my obligation as a 12 kill talent to make a play like this. This is mechanical, sure. Positioning, very important. Targeting, who do you kill first? Sure. But this is pretty much the compensation for what my team has done all game. I have to use my lead here. If I couldn't, like on Drake and Atacon, sure, I can't. Maybe just go for tier 2 and trade towers, if that's all we can do. But here, identifying, well, I'm strong as fuck, might as well use my Shen, because actually is synergizing quite well with Talon. And this is something I prefaced in the intro. This play right here. What should I do? Or what should I think about at the very least? So let's look at the map. There's no Drake. There's no objective. There's not really a lot of camps, sure. What is there? There are 3 people, the ADC, the mid lane, and the jungle dead. There is only a top laner and a support. And I am Talon. I have so much wave clear. I should immediately, if there are not really any resources up, I should immediately think about the side lanes here. My Shen can catch the mid wave, and I should immediately try to go for the Raptors if I can, and then position for bot side push and even tower perhaps. Why? Well, they have a well, basically I'm Talon, so if the Karma comes to cover the bot side tower, before she's able to run on the tower, I should already chunk her out and then dive her. So she can't really cover it if you play it smart. Before she gets into tower range. Even then, if I get my R up, she's dead anyways. And well, Shen can then just push this. So we for sure get anywhere on the map value. Waves, possibly tier 2 tower bot, and Raptors. What the hell do I do? And this is kind of not in my bad, I'll be honest. Shen pinged he had E and flash. He doesn't even need flash here. If this guy just uses E right now, this set is dead on the next combo and he's dead for sure. Well, why? Because he will be stunned. This would be the freest kill ever. My Shen ends up using his E when this guy stuns me and now uses W. Fully charged on me. Worst play ever. I don't even think this is a bad play by me. This set should be dead and then I could still for sure get mid, Raptors, bot, wave and tower. Huge play. Over 1k gold. Overall though, If this is a 50-50 situation, if you are an Emerald and you need some sort of assistance from your whatever this guy is, right? Maybe your top, maybe your mid, whatever. This is now kind of bad. Because I could have gotten bot and tier 2 tower. Because we had numbers. And, well, the way my champ works and the enemies, only having support as a number. So, right here, instead of getting all of that stuff, over 1k gold, tier 2 tower and a wave and raptors, it's a 1-for-1. Even lost my stacks on my item. So this is like not necessarily game losing, but honestly it kind of is, because there is a lot of shit I could have got without giving them anything, okay? That's the greatest play ever. You get something, maybe not most on the most stuff on the map, but you get a big chunk of it and they get nothing. So even if the play worked out, best play in that situation, honestly though, should have just went bot side here. Could have gained so much value. So let's look at what happens afterwards. Machena, dead, once again. I don't know what this guy is doing, whatever. Just clear your camps, basically. Like, there's nothing more to this. Just clear camps. Check for side lanes. Here, identify Silas is inting. So let's go and kill him. I don't think this needs a lot of explanation, but I see a lot of junglers who just don't check for side lanes and move there instantly. You should already right here, me coming out of base, I am checking, okay, set is top, means Silas is most likely bot side. So I can either kill him on this wave or the next wave. This wave right here, I would never walk from here. Let me use my mouse. I would never walk from here to here. This angle here. Why? Silas knows that this is dangerous. At least if he's a good master player, I guess. So he will most likely have a ward here. He might check this for vision. You should always try to go in here and then go from here, okay? Because a lot of mid laners or top laners or any laner, honestly, at some point they will wait and then walk up, okay? So even if I saw him here, I would take this route that I'm taking right now. Also clear some vision. And what do we see? Silas hovered that point. That ran away immediately, but well, now it's too late, right? I'm behind him now. Would have never happened this way if I did it any other way, potentially. So this is how we get a free killer. Just identifying who's on the side lane, where the rest of the enemies get a free kill. So what do we do afterwards? Think about numbers. Just got a great kill. Really want to use it now. I have Axiom Arc. My R is back up again. Make a play right here if you can. There's nothing left on the bot side since, well, the enemies really hardcore respect this. Fine. Good play by them, I guess. A lot of people actually enter. Just get my camps. See, okay, my team is fighting. I have R up. Go here immediately. Shen has R. We just killed Silas. Another game-winning play here. Okay. I don't think I needed to jump back here just to make sure that I did. And now what do? Immediately try to punish the enemies here. Immediately try to punish that. Here, obviously, we have to kill Silas, no TP. Instantly try to posture for Baron, which we end up doing. And I believe Nidalee gets... What happens here, actually? Yeah, this is quite horrific. I guess the Baron card is bad. I'm not too sure. Maybe I played this just really bad. Maybe I shouldn't use my R like that. Overall, though, what happens here? We get the kill on the set, I believe. But my team is actually quite useless now. And I already identify, well, we cannot really contest Baron. Let me just get your camp over here. Because why not, right? Since this is quite difficult, because, well, if the enemies were fighting in this area, there is most likely a ward somewhere over here. So I actually opted to not go for her camps here. But right now, what do we see? Enemies immediately move to Drake. So what do? Go behind them, take their camps. Is this talent specific? Sure. But if they chase me, what is my escape route? Even if you're Hecarim, you can do this, honestly. I've seen Chasik do this a lot of times. They do Drake. He literally shows them midwave, takes 2 camps. They come, waste time, your teammates come. You just run like this. You always want to think about these escape routes through the mid lane tier 2s. Especially if you are mobile. Graves, Talon, Kindred, Nidalee. A lot of jungle champs are mobile. Even Kayn, right? Imagine his E, right? So if they go here, I'm so happy because I already know. Fine. Let me get 1 camp, 2 camps, 3 camps, how many I can. Waste their time, go here. If they don't come, sure, just posture maybe for Drake or maybe they get it in that just base. Depends on my teammates and the number situation. Here, immediately identify, well, a wrap-up is always kind of risky, they check it always. So just do the crux. And now posture, set is that, okay? This is roughly a 4v4 if my teammates would be, I would say, more organized, because Shen just entered his ass off. So what do we do now? Let's see what I did here. Can't fight them. Try to waste as much time as I can. And I'm not even sure what I did here. I was kind of looking. And yeah, could I go for Nidalee's blue buff? Yes, but then she just gets my blue. So just do your own camps here. It's more time efficient. And let's see what happens here. They can never do Baron. We have the mid push. So we should be able to like fight this 5v5 on the next sequence at the very least. And yeah, insta base for my item. Why? My Shen is about to base. Nidalee got the bot lane grab. Just base, go topside here. My teammates, if they would enter, it would be really bad. So just pray. And we go topside. Shen is spawning. He has R. Time to make the next play. Do you see how, despite me making some very questionable plays, I still only have 5 deaths. And most of my deaths really were not game losing, besides the early game death on the CaoZi. So far, I have neutralized so much. I have nearly 10 CS per minute. If I played this game perfectly, I would have like 300, to be honest. Here, identify. He's like completely out of pocket. Kill him immediately. Is this easy if you have a kill? If you have a lead? Sure. It is like, it's not easy, but it's very doable. But you have to do this stuff. You have to do this. If your teammates enter as stuff, like Machana has been doing the entire game so far, you have to kill the enemies who are inting as well, because they're just as bad. So right now, immediately looking, and this is not a game winner here, enemies end up fighting, even though, well, Chen is dead, but their set is dead. Don't respect my lead. The death here doesn't really mean much. This is the third category, which I mentioned in my intro. I die, even though there's a Baron, but my teammates basically could do like the Baron on their own as well. So this is like, it's not the greatest death. I think our bot camps would be up, and it would be way more time efficient if Nidalee is alive, but so am I, and we just do Baron, and then we pressure the rest of the map. Overall though, we got so much stuff, this really doesn't matter. And this is how I can show you the last fight here. But basically we won the game of every player did so far. But basically the last play here, this guy just lost his mind, goes in, nothing special, and we just get Drake here. And afterwards, what do? Try to end the game. Numbers advantage, looking for plays. Do you see how I'm looking for plays and camps? Numbers advantage. Here I realized, well, now even Karma is dead. So let's just use Baron, shove their base. And here I would always go base after this. But if this guy ins, now we got a numbers advantage again. It just repeats forever, right? If they keep doing this shit. So now we end the game, numbers advantage. Very stock standard, nothing special here. Overall, this is kind of a sequel to my last video of the mid game. I'm just trying to show a lot of patterns. A lot of stuff is very repetitive and like different patterns kind of, but the overall main concept is always the same, with the same basic but important fundamentals. Match out rate, neutralize, try to get as much out of numbers advantage as you can. Really out of base, look where are the enemies, especially at the 8-minute mark, at the 10-minute mark, when supports roam, right? A lot of times enemy support roams top, go for the dive on ADC all the time, especially on champs like Talon, Nidalee, every champ, honestly. Graves, I don't care. Use numbers advantage on grubs. If it's even in numbers, check the R. If you have an any R, you might actually have a far better numbers advantage than the enemies, okay? You have to realize every champ is different. Just because it's a 3v3, despite the lead, doesn't mean that it's really a 3v3, okay? There's a lot of stuff, but all of this is repetitive. If I would make 100 more videos on my mid games, you would see there is a lot of concepts, but at some point there isn't any more concept. And this is how like I break the game down. It helps loads of people. And yeah, that's it. Discord down below. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye bye.